for new voters, for newly registered voters who are coming into the fold for the very first time, especially with an emergent NDC under its new leader, a novel leader. Novelties have a tendency to attract an audience, right? Who is Claudette Joseph, and what can these people know about you? What should they know about Claudette Joseph?
First of all, Claudette Joseph is, I would say, I feel a little uncomfortable saying so to speak, but I am what can be described as a success story. I am a success story. I'm a little shy about these things, but I
Well,
am a
you're
success
shy.
story.
You say
I
shy, but I mean, the people need to know about.
Yes,
I think the people need to have some sort of personal connection with the people
yes,
that
I
they're
know.
voting for. Yes.
And some of us, because of the modesty that was ingrained in us growing up, it's to speak about yourself sometimes becomes a little uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Just being very honest. But I was born and raised in the constituency of the town of St. George. My mother from the Cooper Hill side of the town, and my father from River Road. I still have family on both sides of the town, from my father's side and also from my mother's side, because my mother had a sibling, two siblings rather, who resided in River Road and had children, and so in River Road and Dabo. So I like to describe myself as a real, authentic town girl. Spent all my life in the town. Went to school at the Mother Rose and St. Joseph's Convent, and then at TAMCC until I went abroad to study. Born into poverty, had a difficult childhood with a single parent with 8 children, um, but was always very focused when it comes to school. Mommy spared no effort in ensuring that we all received a solid education, and she drummed in our heads that if you don't want to be poor as we are now when you grow up, you gotta do your schoolwork, you gotta do well, because a solid education is what will take you out of poverty. That is what will enable you when you grow up to be able to acquire the things you need in life that will cause you to live a reasonably comfortable, productive, and successful life. And so my focus a lot is on education, personal development, personal growth, right? Whether it's academic education or sporting education or cultural education or community education. Only on Thursday, and I try to impart that to everybody I encounter, so that, for example, while I was at the University of the West Indies, um, pursuing my studies in law, I started training in the martial arts. And on my return, I came back, and from 1995 um, until now, I teach martial arts to children from all over Grenada. Right?
Hmm.
I teach, and I have done that all these years without charge. I do not take payment or any kind of stipend or so for doing so. I try also, one of the things I try to do in the constituency, um, based on how I perceive and how I know education helped to lift me out of poverty, is to give back however I can. Give back to people in the constituency or in the community at large, whatever help I can. And it's something I've always done. Um, but it's not the kind of thing you do and talk about a lot. I talk about it a little bit more now that I'm in frontline politics, but it's something I've always done.
And I would say that we are impressed too easily. A visit to the Vatican is not impressive. The small things that are happening now, fixing the roads now, the refrigerator, we are impressed with too little at the stake of what really matters as a nation. And it's time for us to really look at the country as an enterprise, as a corporation with resources, human and natural resources, that could make an impact in the region and on a global level. If we think of Grenada in that context, shift from thinking of Grenada as this small island who need tourism, which is another form of colonial slavery, who needs tourism to be able to have a viable economy. Let's remove that perception and let's shift our paradigm to seeing Grenada as a small superpower with people and resources that are demanded by the global market that we can provide with good leadership and a strong economy. We're going to need to do that. We're going to need to elevate our agriculture, lift education, provide proper healthcare for our people. Let's be impressed with what really matters to our livelihood. We need to be impressed with what brings power to the Grenadian people. We must prosper. We need opportunity to do that. We need wellness, community wellness, family wellness, individual wellness. We need equality, not equal result, but equal access, so that no student and no person is deprived of opportunity. You don't have to have an uncle or a godfather or a godmother. You just need to be a Grenadian in the space to have equal access to create whatever outcome you desire. And we would be able to lead the region into innovation and significance. The Caribbean, Grenada included, we are plagued with leadership that lacks vision for our people. Let's be impressed with real change now. Let's demand more, because we deserve more. You deserve more.
I always hear the politicians speak about politics is about people. And we need to move away from just the rhetoric of that to the action of that. The people don't just have the power to vote, but the people need to utilize their power to participate in the development agenda of the country. I mean, it starts as low as the family, because if we look at the nation is the constituent parts of the parishes, the villages, and we can go down to the family and we go down to the microcosm, the individual. So the families need to be rebuilt. We need that love and togetherness within the family. We need the values to be instilled in the children. I mean, we need implementation over high talk and high halfway planning. We need unity over tribalism and for small breadcrumbs and fighting to be the top dog of something that's not successful and sustainable. We need collaboration over competition. We need knowledge over ignorance and health and wealth over poverty. We need love over hate. I mean, at the core, I wish that we could clean up the perception of politics in Grenada so that some of the people who have a contribution to make, don't look at it as muddy waters, but feel inspired to leave their jobs and whatever they might be doing to step forward and make a contribution to take Grenada to a different level. And I'm inspired by conversations like this. And I really think that, we all have a responsibility to set the agenda for the next election and take it away from personalities, take it away from the fighting and the strife. And let's really get down to the critical issues that really hold the potential power to transform our country. I mean, a lot of the things I'm saying sound very cliche, so I don't even like to say it because everyone keeps saying it, but we need to move away from just saying it and having the action and the implementation to make it happen.
Closing comments. I'm really excited about what comes out of the convention later on today. I'm heading down there. But the people of the country, as Andrea said, need to demand more. The politicians are not going to fix our problems willingly. It's too hard for them. It's too inconvenient. And the people of the country really need to stand up and realize that you're not opposing or you're not making confusion. You are simply asking for and demanding what is yours and what you deserve, which is a country where you are comfortable, where you can make a living without much hardship, where your children can enter a classroom and have access to proper education that is going to prepare them for the world that they're going to be in, and that just to ask for, not even asking for more, asking for what should be really. And my closing comments are based on me being a mother in the country, because I keep wearing those two hats. Even on my program, I have to wear the hat of a mother of Archer and Zizi, and it really pains me. And you know, the people who think that I'm being biased or anything like that, you are doing a disservice to my children, whom I would like to see grow up in a country and society. I don't want Archer and Zizi to run away from Grenada looking for better opportunities elsewhere. They're two bright boys. I want them to stay at home and help build the country and bring even greater passion to Grenada than I have. But I am not going to want to sit back and see my children suffer. So I'm just, you know, appealing to everybody to ask for more, and you'll be surprised that you might get more. And as a journalist, please do watch The Narrative next week.